Hi guys, surprise! We're doing a live tonight. I've got it a little closer to me. We'll see if people pipe on here in a second. Let's see how many people find me. I think Mom just found me. Hi Crystal. I'm trying to surprise everybody and kind of come on. Not that you all want to see me really, but to talk about some things that we're going to get into this coming Sunday. We're going to give it a couple more minutes. It's been kind of a busy day, but not busy at the same time. Does that make sense? Hi, Mom. My mom and I did a FaceTime last night, and we were sewing. So my sewing area is kind of a mess right now with a couple different projects going on, but I wanted to do a video to talk more about darning feet. I've had some questions about the darning feet for sewing machines. And I'm gonna draw some meander quilting so you guys can get some paper and pencil out and start to do that. So we'll give it a few more minutes. The kitty's here. Can you see him? He's here on Matt's shoulder. He's needing some attention, so he's pretty loud purring. You guys will probably hear him. But our dog was in here a little while ago, but he didn't stay, so I'm not sure why. So I wanted to show you, I've talked to you guys about the couple of projects I'm working on. I am trying to get back into a rhythm of sewing every day. So this morning I was, yep, that's Oscar. This morning I was able to sew, I don't know, it was maybe 10 minutes before I went to work. And I'm going to be back in here sewing tonight and fielding questions from you guys. So you won't probably be able to see a whole lot of what I'm working on, except Oscar's now walking around my sewing table, so you'll see him. I am working on this pattern right now, which is it's called the Wanderlust block. It's backwards in the camera, and it's by Bonnie Hunter, and it's in her book Addicted to Scraps. Bonnie Hunter is the one that puts out the mystery quilt every year. Matter of fact, my mom and I have just been discussing that because the colors come out on Halloween. The first clue comes out on Black Friday, which I have to work Black Friday, but doesn't matter. We'll still be sewing that night. So she's thinking about coming down from up north so that she and my sister and I can start the, oh, hold on, I'm getting a low battery, which means I have to plug it in now. Oscar's in front of the camera. There, we're plugged in, I think. What are you laughing at? Matt's back here laughing. The cat is right next to the phone. So, I mean, Oscar, kitty, kitty, come here. If none of you remember, Oscar is the rescue kitty that was kind of dumped on Route 31 in Maston, and we've taken him in, and he's very cute, but he's causes trouble. This boy likes to cause trouble. Like right now, he's messing with all my blocks. Okay, Oscar. But he's cute. You can just barely see him on camera here. Here he goes. He's going to chase Molly now, because now Molly, the small dog, is coming into the room. We can't go anywhere without at least one animal following us, so this room is actually closed off from them. Anyway, I'm working on the Wanderlust block, so I have those pieces, a ton of these type of units, these half square triangle units sitting here. I have a bunch of centers sitting here. So when you work on Bonnie Hunter quilts, you get a lot of units that you make to put together. Those are centers. Okay, Oscar, you need to get down. And then I have flying geese units over here that are also part of that block. And I have a ton of the blocks up on the wall. Well, I say a ton. I think there's 2, 4, 6, 8,
is here.
10, 12, 14 of them up. I need to make 28 total, so I'm halfway there. Hi, Dee Dee. So anyway, I'm working on that. So then I talk to you guys about leaders and enders all the time. This is how I have 2 quilts going at all given times. This is how I put up quilts as much as I do and still work a full time. Hi, Kim. I'm making this one next to me here. So those are the pieces that I cut. If any of you follow me, Matt, can you hand me those units right there? Yep. It's funny, Matt's educated. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. So I've been making these units for that quilt that will be cut up into other units in between Wonderlust blocks. So that's how I get quilts done as fast as I get done. Now that being said, I have a quilt on the long arm now. I have one top up here ready to go down. I have our Christmas sew along that we're working on that I'm going to quilt up here. I just finished my mom's on Ringo Lake, the mystery quilt from last year. And I've got 2 more going in front of me, so that's how I get them all done. Next year, I'm going to be at the Purple Painted Lady Festival next September with a fellow quilter, Deb Abbott. She and I are going to be there. We're going to have quilts, all different sizes. We're going to have placemats and mug rugs and bags and all sorts of stuff there. September 21st, right, next year? 21st and 22nd of next year. So put it in your calendars. We're going to be there for that. That's the show that Matt and I worked this year and last year, and I think the year before? No,
just this year.
Last couple years. So we're going to be there. To talk about the sew along real quick though, darning feet. People wanted some close-ups of darning feet. This is a darning foot, so I'm hoping you can see it. Maybe if I put my hand here. It has a spring and it has a little arm right here. And the foot looks something like this, or it looks like an open U. So this one is an open U. Can you guys see that? But still has the spring. What they're called is darning feet, hopping feet. There's all sorts of names for it. Free motion quilting foot. They are called hopping feet because what happens is this rides along a screw on your shaft assembly. I think Riley might need to go potty. And this hops up and down as you quilt so it doesn't get snagged on your quilt. So that's that. If you guys have any questions about darning feet, sometimes they have, it's all plastic, sometimes they're metal. It really depends on the make of your machine. Other machines also come with something that looks like this. Some machines don't come with that. This is called a ruler foot. You see how thick and heavy it is? We're not going to be doing any ruler work or talking about any ruler work during this project. So you don't need to worry about the ruler foot. But you do need one of these. Hi, Mom.
Hello from the North Country.
So those are the darning feet. People wanted to talk about that. So the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight to kind of get us prepped for Sunday, and I'm well aware that most of you will probably be watching this post the live because there's not a whole lot of you on right now. The quilt pattern that we're going to do, I did show it last time. I'm going to show it again, and then I would like people to start practicing drawing it. Let me find it. Right here. So this one up in this corner, can you see? Yeah, see how it looks like just kind of squiggly lines? That's the quilt pattern we're going to do. So let me find a sheet here. Wednesday nights we have what's called family night in the Tones household. So we go and have dinner with Matt's parents and his brother, sister-in-law, and any of our kids and the nieces and nephews that want to come. I gotta tell you, it's a little different when we go and it's none of our kids are there anymore. So it's kind of weird, this whole transition, huh, Matthew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're not kind of used to it. So
Don't make me cry on camera.
don't. So I'm just drawing a squiggly line, and I'm going to show you parts of it as I go. So
Crystal says Pinterest had some nice explanations and pictures of meandering stitching.
yep, that's what this is, the meander. So you guys can see that, okay? So what we're not worried about here is spacing of the lines so much. You kind of want it even, and you kind of want to go all over. So don't just go down and then up. You kind of want to go to the right, to the left, down, back up, and fill in kind of a space. And you'll see as I wander around here that that's exactly what I'm doing. And all you're doing and all you're going to do, see how I'm kind of going all over, is you're going to get an overall texture to your quilt. And that's the idea, is just an overall texture to your quilt without having to think much of it. And drawing, believe it or not, gets your brain used to the motion so that when you go to your sewing machine, it doesn't feel as foreign and you don't feel like you're getting stuck. So I'm just concentrating on kind of trying to keep the spacing a little bit even. To me, it always reminds me of puzzle pieces. And if you draw it, you can sew it. You can quilt it. And it's not a big deal. And sometimes I get kind of squiggly with mine, and like right in here, this side, it looks like a little squiggly, not as much texture as I want, but I'm not going to go back and erase it because you can't do that in quilting. So you just have to kind of get over it and kind of move around. And honestly, nobody's going to notice that in your quilt. And if they do, they're not a friend of yours because they're really critiquing it too much. So this is what I want you guys to practice for Sunday, is drawing things like that.
Finished is better than perfect.
Finished is better than perfect. And by drawing quilt designs, you really get your brain into that mode. And it's very helpful. I have found it very beneficial to be drawing quilting designs. Sometimes I will just sit and sketch quilt designs. And some of them look okay. Some of them don't. I mean, it really depends, but that's the design, the meander is what we're going to be quilting on our, Christmas sew-along. So on Sunday, you're going to need to have your top, your batting, your back. If anybody has any questions about backs, they can send me a message and I'll answer. And your safety pins that I said you should get. Remember, go to the dollar store and get the large safety pins, not the little ones, the big ones. Okay? And that's what you need to make your quilt sandwich. I just wanted to hop on and explain that stuff, and then I'm gonna go ahead and sew some tonight. So you guys have a great night, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye.